Hello, everyone. So this has been the most chaotic week. I think a lot of people in Cavan would agree this has been the most chaotic week in Cavan's history in a long, long time. To be totally honest with you, we've seen what happened in Virginia. I think everybody's seen the videos. It's everywhere, basically. And of course, we know what happened just a few minutes actually before it happened in Virginia, the accident in Valley Jim stuff. Where the person's still at large, we don't know anything about him. We don't know what we've seen the CCTV footage, but the Gardaí have released no statement saying who they're looking for, what person they're looking for. They're looking for a man, they're looking for a woman. What we know the kind of car, but we don't know the license plate. We don't know anything at all. Whereabouts they drive off, did the Gardaí know, etc. But it's been a chaotic week, and again, I was worried about this for the last few years. I've been saying that something would happen, like what we've seen in Virginia, and unfortunately, it has. And of course, there's many aspects to be talked about here, and I suppose we get into it all at some point. But the main thing is that there's not enough Gardaí in Cavan. I've said this, and I've said this many, many times. But there simply isn't enough Gardaí, and especially in that area, Baileybo, that kind of area of the county. There's a lot in Cavan town, but there's not that many Gardaí in Baileybo to deal with these crimes. And the Gardaí was simply overloaded with the two incidents at once. And that's just the simple truth, that was simply overloaded in that regard. But the simple reality is, too, that immigration is having an impact in this country, in this county. That we have people in here that don't have the same values, that have different things. And we have our own, too, that cause trouble. There's our own in Cavan Town, etc., causing trouble. They shouldn't be causing trouble. But there is people coming in, like the people we have seen, that don't have the same values, that don't understand how to behave in society. They think it's, to be totally honest, they don't see the harm in what they're doing. Of course, as teenagers, so you wouldn't. But not even that, too. A lot of them would not understand, because in their culture it's different, I suppose, than what we have here in the West, in Ireland, and that it's not acceptable to cause such chaos in the streets of Virginia, and not even that, Lochwammer, and cause such fear, because everybody's talking about this in Cavan. Everybody in Virginia is shaken, and a lot of people are afraid to go out in a lot of cases in Virginia. Because the simple reality is they don't know if it's going to be another one of them. It's simple as that, and that's just the simple truth. And I simply cannot sit here and say to the people of Virginia, yeah, you're totally safe. And unfortunately, because that'd be a lie. It's the same in Cavan Town. It's the same even where I am. It's the same in Belturbel. It's the same in Ballyconnor. It's the same in Ballygym stuff. It's the same in Kingscourt, Goodtill, etc. The simple reality is this can happen in any town in Cavan. Anytime soon, another one of these could happen. Somebody could be killed. God knows what could happen. But the simple reality is that we've seen it in Skerries. Just the weekend gone by, we've seen what happened in Skerries, where three people were knocked down by a cow, and there was a huge fight on the beach. And now we see it in Virginia and County Cavan. Where next? That's what my point is. Where next are we going to see it? Because the simple reality is this country's gone insane. This country's gone to the dogs. And as I say, the only way we can deal with these people, because these people don't understand, can you please stop, etc. The only way to deal with these people is very harsh sentences, it's very harsh discipline. Again, if they're not Irish, deport them, send them home. Would be the solution for everybody, would be the benefit to everybody. Now, as I say, this has been chaotic, really, really chaotic week. But I think the main thing is, thankfully, that person who was knocked out in Ballygym stuff did not die, but they are very, very severely injured. And we pray for them. We pray for that young woman's recovery. And we pray for the victim of the attack in Virginia, of course, too. But with all these two things in the couch, and and the sheer fear and anxiety it's caused across all of County Cavan, not even that the whole country, the whole world, because it's been seen nearly probably God knows 200 million times at this stage by everybody in the world. It's absolutely disgusting that we live in a country that you cannot walk down the street now, because generally, to be honest, I can't guarantee your safety in this country. Regardless of what part of the country, I simply cannot guarantee that you'll be able to walk down the street to the shop, to the hairdresser, to the butcher's, to the bank, without being killed, without being mugged, without being attacked. And that's Ireland in 2026, not in 1926, in 2026. That the simple thing is, the culture of this country has changed, of course, with all the people who've come in. And a lot of things have become normalised, which shouldn't be the case. And of course, our own people too have caused a lot of trouble. But the only way, as I say, is meeting them with force. That's the only way to put the fear of God, because that's what we need to do to these people, put the fear of God into them. Because that's the simple thing, because they don't fear the judges, they should fear God. But and again, as I said before, the death penalty should be brought back for not even for cases like this, but just as a thing, if you do cause harm, kill anybody, etc., you should get the death penalty. That's really what it should be in this country, because that would stop killing overnight. if we brought that in. Even if we only executed 3 or 4 people a year, that would stop everything. That would stop it all within a week. That's as simple as that. Because we have to be tough, because the nicey approach is leading to society's collapse. It's leading to outright anarchy in some cases. As we've seen in Virginia, it was outright anarchy. Like, let's call it what it was, chaos. And it cannot be accepted, not acceptable in this country in 2020. It's not acceptable in Cavan that the people of Virginia have to live in fear going down the main street and stuff. It's not acceptable. It should never be accepted. Never, regardless of what part of Cavan you're in, it's not acceptable. But anyway, do let me know what you think. Let me know your views. Thank you.